Welcome to this daily guided meditation practice. This is the Attentive Mind. My name is Nathan and I'll be guiding you through this meditation practice today. Find yourself a seated position. Any position works. The goal with the position, as always, is to find something both sturdy and comfortable. You don't want to feel like you're about to fall over because you're unsturdy. And you also don't want to feel uncomfortable where your back is hurting or you're sitting on your foot or you're doing something weird to where you're being distracted by the way your body feels. So sitting in the chair works really nicely, or lying on the floor. Just find what works for you. We also keep our eyes open during this meditation practice. But of course, if you have learned to practice with your eyes closed or you feel more comfortable practicing with your eyes closed, feel free to do so. There are no hindrances here. But if your eyes are open, just drop your gaze away from the screen and look gently down below you, kind of glancing lightly at the floor or the desk or whatever is just below you. We're not staring intensely and concentrating, but we're also not blurry and zoned out and fuzzy. We have a gentle gaze directed clearly, yet softly, downwards. You're in a comfortable and sturdy position, and your eyes are either closed or open, gaze down. Begin by letting everything be exactly as it already is. Accepting this moment and allowing it to happen. Maybe you're going through a difficult time. Maybe things seem kind of crazy and you don't know what to do. Or maybe things are going well. Nothing in particular to worry about. But either way, just allow it. Allow this moment to be just as it is. And allowing isn't a doing, it's a ceasing to do. Allowing is stepping back from the tight grip we have of control. So we loosen that grip ever so slightly and just allow this moment without any intention, without any goals. There's nowhere to go. There's nothing to do. And there's no one to become. Just be here. Allow and completely rest. And if you're normal, I'm probably catching you thinking right now. Maybe about dinner, you were planning something, whatever it is. And notice when you're thinking, you're no longer allowing. You're talking to yourself rather than noticing what already is. And this is okay. This is our habit. This is a normal thing, especially in the West. So instead of following thoughts, we just bring it back to this moment, the place to which we already are and from which we only exist. And a really great way to do this, or an easy way to do this, is to bring our attention away from the head to something that only happens now. Another object that's easy to pay attention to. And that, of course, is the breath. So find the breath wherever you feel it the most. You can feel it anywhere from the tip of your nose, the lower belly, and anywhere in between. And just stay with the breath. Watch its gentle rhythm. And let thoughts come and go as they please. Let your mind think about whatever it wants to think about. Your only job is to remain with breathing, rising and falling. Come back. Come back to breathing. Wake up. Wake up from thinking. Return to breathing, rising and falling. Are you thinking? More than likely, I was catching you again, lost in a thought, a worry. But instead of returning to the breath here, let me ask you this. What exactly is this thought talking to? There seems to be a separate thing that thoughts want to talk to, and we call this me or I. But is it there? Is there really this I center, this me place? The breath can be found very easily with our attention because it's there. Can the one we feel ourselves to be, the me, the I, is that there as well? In the same way you found the breath, find you. Find the one that sat to meditate, that has a plan, that has a story, that's worried about this, that has a name. What is that? When we say, I have a body, what has a body? What are you? This isn't a question for your thoughts or to contemplate by thinking. Move the attention. Where does it come from? What am I? All right, you can look at the screen. I heard this story once, and I'm not sure if it's true, but it was, and maybe correct me if you know this story, but there's a question, the Dalai Lama was answering questions, and somebody asked him, what do I do with my low sense of self-worth, my insecurity? Um, what did he said a specific word. I think it was self-worth or something like that. And the Dalai Lama was like, is that what is this self-worth? What are you talking about? What is this uh, self-image, self-confidence? He didn't understand that. It's literally just not a concept for him at all. He didn't grow up that way. But here in the States, or if you're from the West, it's all about the individual. It's all about the me. What am I going to do in life? What am I going to achieve? What can I bring to the world? And in other cultures, and I'm not sure, but a lot of other cultures are communal, not like individual. So they don't have this idea of self-worth, self-image. I mean, they do, but it's not like us where it's all about our image. I mean, just go on Instagram. Maybe somewhere you are very obsessed with that. And many of us deal with a feeling of having insecurity about myself. Maybe how we look, how we behave around other people. And this is a big problem in the States. People get very depressed and anxious over these feelings. And maybe that's you. What's interesting about this practice of meditation is that a lot of the things that and if you really practice, not just with these videos, but you're on your own and doing a daily practice without a guidance, like you actually are looking, if you're actually doing this on a day-to-day, all the things that we've held to be true kind of crumble. This idea of a self, a center to which you're looking at me through, right? You have eyes, you have ears. What is this you that has it? If I cut open your body, where is this you? Is it there? Or even the sense of self, this story we tell ourselves, this image we worry about, what other people think about me and my problems, and oh, they just don't get me. You can see right through that immediately just by paying sufficient attention to this moment and the way things are rather than what we want them to be. Just practicing. And really, when you do this, you'll notice that all of these problems of insecurity, all these problems of self-image, they exist as thoughts in the head. They exist as a repeating pattern of talking to ourselves. Like, I wish I was this way and I'm not that way, but I don't know if she'll like me. Ooh, does she think about that? What does she think about this? It's just words, it's language. It's not real in that sense. So if you're an insecure person, leave thinking alone. Leave thinking alone and 99% of your problems disappear. Even if it's something you have to take care of. Like right now, it's been cold here and my pipe's busted. I literally learned this about 30 minutes ago, that the pipes under the house is busted. And I gotta get it fixed and I don't have the money for it. Now, there's two ways of me dealing with this. I could be very anxious and upset about this. What am I gonna do? Or I can allow it to be this way, accept the way things are, and not have this incessant voice of fear and frustration and just general negativity going on. Just leave it alone. Let it show up, but leave it alone. And then just act what I need to do, you know? So we all have a choice. And if you have this practice, you really have this choice. If you're watching this video, you're lucky to have had a touch of this practice. It's what they call the Dharma. And it's rare because it gives you an option. Do you want to suffer or not? Do you want to follow thinking or not? It's up to you. So just practice. Thank you for showing up today. And as always and without exception, I'll see you tomorrow.